Alright, hey everybody, welcome to part 15 of Let's Play Breath of Fire 2. When we last left off, we had a bit of a ominous ending leading up to some events that will be taking place in a second. First, I wanted to take some characters that haven't been to the church yet to talk to the father and see what he has to say about them. It's nice to get a little backstory on each of our characters. Oh, it's nice. What about Jean? Oh. He just assaulted Jean, but he's okay with that because he's so kind-hearted. He lets it roll off his back, no problem. I was gonna switch my party real quick. I noticed that Cat was all the way in the back. We gotta get her back in the front. Frontline fighter. Oh, who's this? Sylvia's waiting for us. Oh, this does not sound good. Alrighty, we are now pumped and ready. We have a new mission. We're gonna go save the town of Gate. But first we need to find the grass man who can help us get there, because right now it is a peninsula blocked off by mountains and thick forests. Bow finally got a little smooch from a lady. Maybe there's a flame between the two of them, I'm not sure. Gene's happy for him, Cat's happy just to kill stuff. We're ready to go. Grassman is at the carnival. We saw him before for that split second, but now we need him to join us. Fortunately, carnival has moved on once again, so you won't be able to find it at India. You won't be able to find it anywhere right now, actually. So instead, we're gonna kinda take a leap of faith with me. You can trust me, I know what I'm doing. This is one of the few moments in this game where I'm not entirely sure you're supposed to know to do this next. Well, I talked to a lot of different town people and none of them mentioned this part. But we're gonna go down south. To a place we've never seen before, but we've heard a lot about it. We're going down to the Whale Cape, where they sell whale cakes. Right there. You can almost see it. Taking the river just to avoid some battles. Didn't quite work. Couple new enemies. The H-crab and the jellyfish. Jellyfish don't have much going for them. They usually run away. Their attacks are kind of strong, but nothing to worry about other than that. And the H-crab is what you want to look out for. They have some pretty high defense, so it can take a turn or two to kill them. And they are also able to cast the spell Freeze, which can pretty much one-shot everybody right now. They'll do about 100 damage, a little bit over maybe. So maybe Ryu can take it, but everyone else will go down. Alright, let's just keep following it. There it is, there's the Whale Cape. Now, I guess the only clue that you're supposed to come here now is one of the men that was in Trout's basement, tied up, or in the prison, is this guy right here. You just have to know that he's the guy from Whale Cape, and that if you saved him, he will let you back in to see the whale. I don't know. But anyway, we're here now. I would love to see the Whale Cave. What else you got here? Poor family, living alone in the wilderness. That might be your first problem. You have no one to sell to except your own family. You could just move up north. Go and live with those frogs. They like gross stuff. So I'm still not sure what the cake does, because you can't use it on anyone missing hit points, so I guess it doesn't heal that. We'll figure it out eventually. Alright, we get a free tour of the Whale Cave. And the Whale Cave is a whale itself. We are climbing down the blowhole of a whale right now. I'm not sure what this part is. This is as far as the tour goes, though, normally. Thankfully, we have Cat with us. We're not against a little bit of vandalism. Let's go check out what else is in this whale. Oh, there's an old man living here. Of course. I got one question. How do I get out of here? Don't leave us. No. Well, got ourselves in another pickle of a situation. Right now we are inside a giant whale. This thing is apparently its Adam's apple. Again, I'm not an expert on whale anatomy. I'm not sure if that works right. Anyway, we were going to look for this cursed doll that put him to sleep, and we're going to wake him up. New enemies in the whale. G-Lizard is a monster. You want to kill him anytime he shows up in a random battle. He's able to get slams, which are no joke. He will hurt you. To make it even worse, if you let him go a couple rounds, he can cast Attack Up, which is obviously going to make him one-shot pretty much anybody. V-Heads, nothing to worry about by themselves. They are able to cast Cure 2, as you just saw, and I kind of make this battle take longer than it really should have. Wow, Bao's not that strong right now. He'll get there, I promise. Basically, I think the V-Head, whenever he's close to death, he just automatically casts Cure 2 for his turn. So really, he's not going to hurt you, it'll just drag the battle out a lot longer than it should. Gene using Chop Chop instead of a regular attack. Does some good damage. Heal up. Bao is our official healer now. Making good use of him throughout this dungeon, even though it's a living dungeon. Whale. Alright, fast men. These guys are free experience pretty much. Nothing to worry about. They are incredibly powerful mages. However, they are unable to cast any spells, which I'll show in a different battle what I'm talking about. I guess the only thing you could really look out for is that they are called fast men for a reason. They will pretty much always get the first attack, even with Cat in the party, and she's pretty darn fast. So if you have someone in like 5 hit points left, it could kill them, but they're too weak to worry about. We also have the Ground Shaker here. Just like the catfish from Topside, they are able to use Earthquake in here. Or 8.0 as it's called. I switch between the two of them. I like to call it Earthquake. Other than that, nothing to worry about. They go down pretty easily. And they are worth a decent amount of experience, so that's nice too. Healing up again. Treasures in here are pretty much garbage. There's one treasure that you really want to get, but other than that, nothing to worry, nothing to stress over. The Cuddle Crab, I guess, Cuddle CB. They don't have too much going for them. Personally, they go down pretty easily, 1 or 2 attacks. They are able to use Defense Up, which, if you let them live for a round or 2, can get pretty hairy, especially if they use it on the crabs who already have high defense. Or if you ever happen to find them with the G-Lizards, you could be in some serious trouble then. But when they use it on themselves, it doesn't make much of a difference. Done and done. I believe that's about it for the different enemies types here. A lot more than lately we've been seeing, a lot new enemies. There's one more new enemy that I'll show towards the end of this dungeon. Your coins, nothing fancy. Heal up again. Pretty much any time I'm healing up, you can tell I had to run in with the lizard guys. They usually leave your party messed up. Alright, what you can use, if you're not just following my amazing walkthrough itself. Basically, for the most part, if you're just trying to get in this dungeon and finish it all up, just anywhere you see those kind of cobweb looking things, avoid those. I decided to keep this fight in just to prove my point that they are bad news. One shot. Not good looking. The bow is really weak. I'm not sure what's up with that. And they're able to cast attack up, but thankfully that's actually a good thing in this situation because he wasted his last turn. No more damage. The cat's dead, so we'll use a life item. Only one left. So like I said before, you want to avoid all the cobwebs areas. They ultimately lead to dead ends. Some of them lead to dead ends with treasures in them, which is why I went the way I went. But if you're just trying to get in, get out as fast as you can, ignore anything that has those little cobweb things. Power food increases strength, like the luck candy increases luck. I decided earlier too, I'm not sure if I said it in the video or not, I'm giving all my stat boosting items to Gene. We're gonna make him awesome. Anytime I find anything that boosts their stats, Gene's gonna get it. He'll be our super soldier. Alrighty, here is the last new enemy in here. The sea sludge. If you ever run into one, consider yourself lucky. They usually run like the jellyfish. Oh, and you can see they have super high defense. However, they only have 7 hit points. And they give tons of experience. That's about 6 times as much experience as you'll get from any other random battle in here. So if you're lucky enough to encounter them and they don't run on the first turn, you can usually kill them and get a lot of experience. That was kind of a sloppy edit, sorry about that. But guess what happened? G-Lizard, one-shot bow. That is our last life, so we'll have to be extra careful from now on. Ignore this part. Don't take a left. I got mixed up in my directions. And here we have our fast men using their super powerful spells, but they're too weak. Too weak just means they don't have any AP to use it. So they suffer similarly to Cat, who has all these high-level spells, but doesn't have any AP to use them. I'm not entirely sure why they exist, who decided to create them. These powerful wizards that can't use their magic, so they have to resort to physical attacks. There you go. See, this leads to another cobwebbed area. Anytime you see these doorways that are sealed shut, you just have Cat smack them once and they'll open up. That was ultimately a dead end, and I apologize for wasting your time. Now we're back on track. This is the one area where you do want to go through the cobwebs to get a treasure. This is the treasure that's the best in here. It's not necessarily important, like end game or anything. You won't be using this forever, but it's decent equipment. Golden armor. It is what it is. It is armor made of gold, so it is incredibly heavy. You can see his vigor, which is speed, basically drops all the way to 0. Gene's already the slowest, so I figured may as well give him the heaviest armor too. He's usually not acting... I mean, he usually is acting last anyway in fights, so may as well give him some defense for it. And that lets me trade around a lot of stuff too to upgrade others' equipment. Not sure what part of the whale's body has columns sticking out of it, but there you go. As well as all these little blob things. I don't know. This will be an interesting Wikipedia search later today. Alrighty, now I want to make sure you heal up for no reason at all, but you probably know why. Anytime you have a long hallway, it's usually a boss fight at the end. Especially when it's symmetrical. Lightning strikes inside his stomach. Oh, jeez, man. He's looking at Gene when he says that. Alrighty, so the Vengeful Spirit. Get a nice little teleport animation. I apologize for the funky look of this fight. What's happening when you're fighting him, he's a ghost, so he's flickering the whole time you're fighting him. I think the problem came up when I was recording, and I recorded a different frame rate and all that, so he's kind of just popping in and out. There's no battle gimmick like that or anything. He's just a regular enemy with the flicker effect, so it looks kind of strange, blinking in and out. So that's his main gimmick, is he's able to put you to sleep. After that, he doesn't do much except regular attacks. Being a ghost does have extra high defense. However, you may have noticed Ryu's doing tons of damage to him. And that is because he has the Soul Sword, and I found out that the Soul Sword is a holy weapon. And so he's going to be eating him up. This fight has not much going for it. I also have Gene constantly using Chop Chop, because it ignores enemies' defense, so it'll still be doing about 70 damage. Compared to Cat's 30. No match for Ryu's 130. So it's a very easy boss fight. I'd call him a mini-boss, really. Gives you a nice break from all the demons you've been killing. So the evil doll falls asleep. Finally, he's at peace. Uh-oh. Grandpa's not waking up. Is he dead? Alright, we're gonna heal up because we have to walk back out of here. But thankfully, through the power of edits, you don't have to see that. So here we are, back at the quote-unquote Adam's apple. And we're gonna give it one more smack now that the curse has been lifted. Something seems to be happening now. Oh yeah, something's happening. Blows us out of his blowhole. It's nice of him to blow us out on the land instead of just in the ocean. Carnival, that is exactly where I want to go. Alrighty, so we have a whale companion now. Game automatically takes us to the beach, which is a nice touch. Go talk to this old guy. and he just gives it to you. What a nice guy. So now that we have the whale bell, we can just go to any beach, hit the A button, and there we go. We have our whale companion. And we can now travel anywhere we want through the ocean. A lot of stuff opening up. But that'll be for part 16. I'm going to cut it off there. Bit of an extra long episode this time. Part 16, we will travel the oceans and check out all the cool stuff available to us now, including the town called Tunlin. It'll be a good time. Thank you so much for watching this. I will see you at part 16. Have a good one. Later.